Hello, my name is Elizabeth and today I'm 37 weeks pregnant, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that have troubles feeling comfortable while sleeping or resting. So therefore I thought it would be a great idea to share with you some tips and tricks that Katie here, who's a midwife, will share with me.
It's one of those really common things as you get towards the end of your pregnancy, to start feeling more and more uncomfortable when you're trying to sleep. And so obviously we want as much sleep as possible. So being comfortable is important. So it would be great for you to show me how you have been finding comfort and how you've been sleeping, and maybe we can work out some nice ways for you to find comfort together.
Sounds great. So Katie, usually I'm a front or a back sleeper. So this is the position I found on my back that I feel most comfortable in. And I feel like snugly tucked in. I'm a little bit more upright so I can breathe very nicely, and it's very comfortable for my head. But I've heard it's not so good for me, or when you get later into your pregnancy, to sleep on your back. Is that true, and why is that?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and this looks lovely and comfortable, and you're well supported, and you're, like you say, you're semi-reclined, so you're upright. The big issue is that when you're heavily pregnant, so from the third trimester, around 28 weeks and onwards, when you lie on your back, your uterus and the weight of your uterus and your baby actually can put pressure on the major vessels that are leading the oxygen and the blood flow to your baby. And so this is why back sleeping has been seen in 4 independent research trials, that it can increase the risk of stillbirth. Now, this is a very scary thing to talk about, but it's a very small risk for healthy pregnancies. But that's why you'll find that your midwife or your doctor will suggest that it's safest to sleep on your side from around this late stage of pregnancy. And you probably found that, like you said, it's more comfortable to not be flat on your back anyway. So our body tells us that this is not a great position to be sleeping in.
So Katie, this is how I found myself most comfortable, actually, on my side like this, with a pillow between my legs and my feet, and sometimes also resting my head on the pillow, or just using the pillow next to me. And now when I'm getting heavier, I tend to even move the filling in the pillow to be able to rest my belly on it, like this, and that feels really comfortable, and I don't have any muscle aches then when I wake up because of the heaviness. So this is where I feel most comfortable like that. But I've heard that it's more favorable to be on your left side. Why is that?
This looks lovely and comfortable, really great, and is a great position on your side, and you're on your left side. Really, the reason that we hear all the time that you should not sleep on your back but on your left side is from a small study that came from New Zealand. And that study actually showed that on the last night of pregnancy, by the women who slept on their left side halved the risk of stillbirth. But this result has not been able to be repeated in 3 further trials. So really conclusively, we know that it's not good to sleep on your back, but we can't say absolutely for certain that you have to sleep on your left, but you may choose to do so if that's comfortable for you, and clearly it is.
I found this position also very nice and very comfortable, and I feel much more stable and secure, and I'm not afraid and tense to roll over on my back when I'm sleeping.
That looks great. The most important thing is that you're comfortable and that you feel happy and content to have a good night's sleep.
But what should I do if I wake up on my back?
This is a really good question. We know that we should be sleeping on the side, and often it can make us feel quite worried if we wake up on the back.
Yeah.
All you need to do is, when you've woken up, you've noticed you're sleeping on your back, is just to roll back onto your side and go back to sleep again. But sometimes there's some good tricks to stop you rolling on your back. And one of them can be to use the pillow or a pillow that can wedge in and give you a bit more support behind your back. And the other thing that can be really helpful is actually how you've got your hair at the moment. So often if you've got long hair, obviously no good for me, but if you've got long hair, it's good to have it in a bun or a ponytail so that when you roll, it kind of feels uncomfortable to sleep like that. So it's not going to allow you to lie on your back for too long. But the big thing is, don't panic. If you wake up in the night, or if you're in the middle of the day and having a rest and you find yourself on your back, just roll yourself onto your side and carry on resting from there. What you've seen me do today with Elizabeth is specific to her and her pregnancy, but hopefully some of these tips can help you as well. But if you have any worries or concerns about how you're sleeping, your baby or your pregnancy, please reach out to your own healthcare professional for more support specific to your needs as well.